Hi, my name is Jim Castler, and I'm a World War II reenactor. And I'm here today to tell you about these vehicles here that you see in front of you. So in 1940, as the war was heating up in Europe, the United States Army saw the need for a reliable, tactical quarter-ton truck to be used for a variety of purposes in the services. The Army put out a bid to various manufacturers for this such vehicle. They got prototypes from Bantam, Ford, and Willis-Overland. They submitted these prototypes for testing. The Army decided that though the Bantam was the better of the three, that they would go with the Willis design because they figured that Willys could meet the demand for these vehicles. The vehicles you see in front of you are two distinct types of this vehicle. As I said, originally this was called a quarter-ton reconnaissance truck. Most everybody knows it today as the venerable Army Jeep. So we're going to refer to it in that way. This vehicle here was made in early 1942 by Willis-Overland. It's what's called a slat grill Jeep. As you can see, the grill on the front of it differs greatly from the stamped sheet metal grill on the other one. This was the original design for these vehicles. This was a highly mobile tactical truck. It was powered by a 4-cylinder, 134 cubic inch engine with a 3-speed transmission, 4-wheel drive, and 2-speed transfer case. These vehicles were used to do just about everything during the war, from moving people around to using as ambulances. They would tow trailers, guns, other tactical equipment. This one here is mounted with a .30 caliber machine gun in the back. So there was virtually nothing that a Jeep couldn't do. I'm sure people have seen those doing everything from flying through the air to going across rivers, the sands of North Africa, you name it, they were there. These vehicles were so good that they were used virtually unchanged up to the Korean War. When Korean War started, they were very similar to these with few exceptions, and then in 1952 they came out with the new design with an overhead valve engine and some other refinements. But probably close to 1 million of these were made until they were superseded by the next type of vehicle. Top speed on these was about 40 miles an hour. They probably didn't get going that fast in most circumstances, but that's what they would do. They had a 15-gallon gas tank, so their range was maybe a couple hundred miles at best on these things. Most Jeeps were fitted with blackout lights, as you can see right here. These are blackout lights. In the United States and in bases throughout Europe, when there was an air raid at night, they wanted all the lights to be dimmed or turned out so that planes flying overhead wouldn't be able to see them. So they needed to be able to drive and still be able to be seen on the road. So that's where the blackout lights came into play. They had the small ones on the front. This one has a blackout driving light on it, so it would only shine down a few feet in front of you. You would drive very slow, but enough so you could see where the road was with that blackout light. There were very small slivers of red in the back so that there was still a tail light on the back of the vehicle.